This is Dr. R Chapman. He's an associate professor at Utah Valley University. This interview is for those of you who are interested in instructional technology and Dr. Chapman's work with Project Delphinium. So, first question is, what do you teach and how did you get into gamification in education?
How did I get into gamification? About two and a half years ago, I could just see my students were addicted to games, right? They're just playing these phone games all over the place. Personally, I was not much of a video game player in general, and so I just got curious what they were spending all their time on. So I downloaded Angry Birds and Plants vs. Zombies. Quickly got addicted to Plants vs. Zombies. That was a great game. I really enjoyed that. And so as I started thinking about that, this term gamification started showing up as a phrase. The word kind of got invented in 2008. Didn't really get popular until 2010, and didn't really make it into my sort of world until about 2012. I started reading about it, and I think I made the common mistake that everybody does. And I think, well, gamification means you throw a leaderboard, points, and bonuses and badges, and you just do all that stuff. And so I thought, what would my course look like if it was addictive? How do I get my students addicted to doing their homework? I created this interface, this skin for Canvas, and what it did is it would pull in all the Canvas data that Canvas is using normally, and it just made it game-like. So I created a leaderboard, I created some Easter eggs that I hid throughout the course that people could find and collect. I gave it the Angry Birds interface for modules, so it had little boxes with stars underneath. As you did homework, you got more stars depending on the quality of your homework, and you had to pass off or pass levels to unlock the next level, and they were boss levels with tests and stuff. Added experience points meter and some achievements. And I just made one screen that did all that. It was a little bit busy, but I did all that. And so I ran that for about 2.5 years. When I got the whole thing done, I took my research out. I showed it to a bunch of people at different conferences. I went to Instructure. I went to, AECT. It was AECT. I went to showed it up to that conference as well. And I got great feedback. People were saying, oh, this is wonderful. We want to do it in our course. And my response was, I didn't make it so that it could be used anywhere else. It's hard-coded into this course. There's no way to move. It's like directly attached to the content. And so I began to wonder if I could make a gamification environment that anyone could make a course out of very quickly and concisely, what would that look like? So I realized I had to separate the content from the presentation a lot. Credit where credit's due. This is very Andy Gibbons type stuff. He was one of my professors at USU back in the day. And so being able to separate the presentation and the interaction with the content from the content. And so I went and got a bunch of grants, and for the last year and a half or so we've been building version 2 of this thing, which is designed to allow anyone to add it to their courses.
That answers the second question, which was, can you give me an overview of what Project Delphinium is?
Yeah, so that's what Project Delphinium's goals were, was to allow anyone to within 15 or 20 minutes to add gamification to a course. One of the big obstacles to educational gamification is currently it's very resource intense. You have to either use you have to build a whole bunch of stuff by yourself, or you have to use someone's closed platform, and if you don't see gamification the way they see the gamification, good luck. You're just stuck. You just have to use their locked-in system. I wanted to fix that problem by creating a very flexible environment. It's widget-based, so you just drag and drop widgets onto the page, and if you want a leaderboard there, then you just put one there, and if you want to name it not leaderboard, but Monkey's Treehouse of Fun, you can. I just wanted to make it very easy for people to manipulate the presentation and choose, because we're not at a state right now. Gamification is not old enough right now that I can tell you there's a right way to do it. We are still learning what is the right way, and one of the obstacles to figuring that out is our tools are either too locked in, too rigid, too expensive, or just too weak. So I want to fix that problem.